It's morning in Palm Springs. Welcome back, everyone. I'm with a very dear friend of mine who makes me laugh a lot, Steven Rosenfeld at Columbia Skincare. Hello, Steven.
Hi there, Allan.
You're on the East Coast. I'm on the West Coast. I think we have the country covered.
We do. Yes, yes. Between the two of us, we're on the best coast.
We are. In fact, there is still snow on top of the mountains in Palm Springs, believe it or not, even though it was 108 last week.
You know, that always mystifies me, Allan, how it could be 108 degrees and contain snow on the top of the mountains.
Well, I tell you, because it's 13 or 14,000 feet up, so it's a lot cooler for obvious reasons than it is down on the desert floor. We're only at like 490 feet above sea level, so it's hot down here. It's cool up there, you know.
13,000 to 14,000 feet.
In Palm Springs, right? Go figure.
Wow.
Steven, normally you and I would be doing this over a hug and a cocktail at a trade show, but I'm thinking Zoom is second best for the time being. This is just the way it is, right?
It is. Zoom is effective. Unfortunately, it's our best option right now. And it's also interesting because every once in a while somebody crashes on Zoom and you get to see a flasher or somebody that shouldn't be at a Zoom meeting. So you never know.
Well, they're getting that all fixed. In the meantime, I said Columbia Skincare, but FC Steuben is actually a much larger company, has been around. Did you tell me you guys are getting ready to celebrate your 150th birthday?
That's correct. We, if we can survive the next few months, we'll be celebrating our 150th year in business in 2021.
Good. Well, congratulations, because that's unheard of in our industry. So I'm pleased to be associated with you guys as well. Steven, you said if we survive the next few months, people always say that. It's tongue in cheek. We know because people are suffering horribly during the Wuhan thing here. But the last couple weeks, I've started to notice an uptick, Steven, in the way people talk. Have you been hearing that as well?
I have. I've been hearing people feeling a little more optimistic about the future. I'm also participating in group seminars, virtual seminars, where we're seeing signs collectively of an uptick in interest in the skincare products. We see some potential shifts taking place in consumer buying habits. We see indications that skin wellness is going to be much more of an interest on the part of the consumer than makeup is. So instead of just patching and artificially covering something, people want to look healthy and naturally healthy.
And I noticed during the time here where people have been missing getting their facials, they're much more conscious about the skincare. In fact, if you talk to the lady in my house who's around the corner here, she hasn't had makeup on in 8 weeks, but she does her skincare every single day like clockwork. But she doesn't care about makeup at all.
Absolutely, Allan. You know, lipstick, mascara, eyeshadow. While these products are not going to disappear by any means, they're not going to be they're not going to enjoy the usage that they've had in the past compared to the expanded usage of skincare treatments and moisturization products.
Yeah, and that's very true too, because I have to tell you, I talked to my friends at La Belladonna and they are busy as can be too. So I understand it. I mean, even though women haven't been going out, I mean, my wife might not be the rule, but women, God bless them, men too for that matter, still want to get made up. I mean, look, we work out every morning. I clean up and I get dressed like I'm going to work because this is the nature of the beast, is I'm going to work.
That's correct. And I think if you prepare for work mentally and if you physically dress for work, your attitude is work-like, and your accomplishments will be greater than if you're wearing a sweatsuit and contemplating the next video game. So
no jammies for me with the bunny ear slippers down to my office. It doesn't happen, you know. Hey, let's talk probiotics if we can for a minute, because I know putting your products on my skin are not just about putting some skincare on my skin. There's a lot more to it than that. And as you know, when Scott Friedman went to work with you guys, he had this conversation with me right away where he said, my God, I put these products on and my face feels different. I said, I told you so. And it's only 2 products, although I know you have more coming out. But let's, Steven, digest for our audience. Why is it when I use just your serum and just your face cream, it's like I've had a complete facial out of 2 small jars? Why is that?
Well, there's two things. First, let me address Scott's reaction. We accidentally gave him a jar of battery acid, so that's why his face felt so different. But in your case, it's a little different. You're actually using our probiotic concentrate and complex,
yep.
and these products were specifically created to identify your skin. Everybody's skin is slightly different. There are no 2 identical microbiomes. So our challenge was to create a product that senses its environment and understands what it needs to do. And that was not an easy task. It took us over a decade and quite a bit of research globally in strains of bacteria and so forth. So that is what we've created. We have something that is kind of unique in that it's a live, impactful product in terms of its impact on the skin. It's not just a layer of a barrier product or a moisturizer, although it's an outstanding moisturizer, but that's only a part of it. So you've got a very, very scientifically sophisticated product that is safe for use on all skin types and will evaluate its environment and then know instinctively what to do to make that environment healthier.
It's amazing product. There's no doubt in my mind. Tell our listeners, you used the word microbiome. Can you give me the definition of that, please?
Sure. The microbiome is our ecosystem of all the hosting we do, all the bacteria, viruses, and fungi, and all those things that are in and on our bodies. That's our microbiome. We have an inside, an intestinal microbiome, and we have an outside microbiome. That is the microbiome on our largest organ, our skin.
Steven, you're adding more products, you told me, correct?
Yes, we have actually 2 products that will reflect our latest technology coming out. That'll be a prebiotic cleanser and a toner, a postbiotic toner. And we will also have sometime during our anniversary year next year, a new concentrate and a new complex that reflects again the new technology. Now, I should point out that this is a new science, so we're continuously learning more and more about the different bacterias that exist and how they impact the skin. And so what we know today is minuscule compared to what we expect to know tomorrow.
Steven, what I love is you know a lot of skincare companies don't say this, but you guys are backed up with white paper science. Am I right in saying that?
That's correct. We're not a cosmetics company per se. Our history is being a pharmaceutical company. So we've always, even though we have evolved into a skincare company, so we're not really producing RX products any longer and haven't done so for a long time. we're still in that mindset. So we must comply and be able to prove every one of our claims. We must support our advertising with clinical and scientific data confirming what we say is true. So yes, we do.
Well, if you told me I had to stay in the desert and I could only pick a couple skincare products, it would be very easy to have Columbia sitting on my desk and use it morning and night without any problem. But I'm so looking forward to you adding the cleanser and the toner and giving some choice on concentrates. I really can't wait for that to come out.
Yes, well, it's going to be exciting. They integrate perfectly with our other products. They also integrate perfectly with other brands. If someone has their favorite products and they're not necessarily ours, they can use these cleansers and toners very effectively with whatever else they're using. Of course, it also now gives people an opportunity to do an entire Columbia treatment.
Right. And Steven, the days of people wanting to travel with 6 or 8 products, it doesn't exist anymore. Well, travel doesn't exist for the moment, but we know we're coming back from this, but people like tight and cohesive and using it easy. And there's reasons to have day creams and night creams, but it's also nice to have one cream as well and be able to use it in both senses.
You're absolutely right, Alan, and that was also one of the factors that were very, very high on our list to meet when we were developing the product. We didn't want to have 50 SKUs in order for every customer to be well served. So, in addition to having a product that is as effective as ours, it also it's effective also because it does the work of many others other items combined. So that was something we're very proud of. We're a little disruptive in that regard because the industry was so used to having 57 flavors, but we saw long-term. People don't have the time really to devote to putting layer after layer after layer of product on their skin.
Well,
so,
keep it simple, right?
Yes.
The old expression is a simple one. Keep it simple, plain and simple, right? Steven, I'm going to put either you'll give me which contact info, but we'll put it on the screen here so that people can reach out to you guys, because I know from talking to your team, you guys have been selling right along the way here. I mean, the fact is there are certain things, I always recall this too over the course of time. People can go slow on a massage. They can live without one. They can live without actually going for a facial, but we still like our own personal things we like to do at home. And every day that you open your medicine, skincare is one of those items that's staring you in the face, and we shouldn't stop putting on good skincare.
That's for sure. And some of the skincare products we use are a suspect in terms of even their preservative systems now. So it's so important. It's another thing that's kind of we were at the forefront of working with naturally sourced or organically sourced preservative systems. So that too plays a role in.
Oh, and if I remember, all your boxes and everything come from the United States, right?
Everything comes from the United States. The only thing that is not exclusive to the United States in our products is the sharing of the technology, because we're a supporter of the One Health Initiative, which is global.
Yep.
We speak and we exchange ideas all the time. We've been vetted by the Swiss government, and they're working with some of their companies that they own. The government actually owns some of their pharmaceutical companies, so the technology, the ideas, the science is global, but every component, every ingredient is USA.
Well, I'm glad you could fill us in on probiotics and biomes and One Spa World. It's all critical today, but Thank you, Steven, for spending time with us, and we'll look forward to doing this again in person, hopefully in the not too distant future.
Allan, it's always a pleasure to see you and to speak with you, and I'm very grateful for your courtesy.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
My friend, all the best.